Hello friends, this is Dr. Nikisha Jariwala. Welcome to the tutorial of VB.NET. Within this tutorial, I will demonstrate an example of font dialog box simulation. Now what is font dialog box? As we have seen in many editor applications such as Microsoft Word, Notepad, WordPad, that we are able to change font style, font size and font family, and we can also give many different types of effects. And that is possible with the help of font dialog box, which is present in this editor applications. So within this tutorial, I will show that how we can simulate or how we can create a similar type of form or a similar type of dialog box in VB.NET. So let's start with our example. As you can see, I have designed one form. Over here, font style and size are the label controls. Then these three are the text box controls, where first text box name is txt font, second text box name is txt style, and third text box name is txt size. These are list box control. First list box name is lst font, second list box name is lst style, and third list box name is lst size. We have to specify some values in the items collection of this three list box control. For example, within the items collection property of the first list box control, I have specified this values, that is Arial, Times New Roman, Courier, and rest of the values. Within the second list box control, I have specified the values, that is bold, italic, underline, regular, strikeout, and within third list box control, I have specified the values for the size of the text. So these are the values which we can specify. You can also specify other values which you want. So we have to assign the values within the items collection of this three list box control. After that, I have kept a group box control, and I have changed the text property of group box control to sample. Within that, I have placed a label control, and the name of the label control is LBL sample, and within that I have specified the text, that is capital A small a, capital B small b, and capital C small c. And then by default I have kept two buttons, that is BTN OK and BTN cancel. Now what I want to do is, whenever I will select font family, font style or font size from these three list box controls, then those values will appear in this text box control, and along with that their effect will also be seen on the text which is present in this label control. So this is how we can simulate font dialog box. Now as we have seen the design of the form, now let's go through the code which is to be written to get effects that we have decided. So first of all, as there are two buttons on the form, that is BTN OK and BTN cancel. On the click event of BTN OK button, I have written me.close. Over here, me represents the current instance of the form, and close is the method which will close the form. So with the help of me.close, it will close the form. And on the click event of BTN cancel button, I have written application.exit, that is, it will stop the execution of the application. After that, as I have told that whenever the user select the effect, that is font family, style or size from this list box control, it is to be displayed in the text box control, and along with that we also need the effect within this label control. So we need to write the code on the selected index change event of this three list box control. So let's see selected index change event of this list box control one by one. So first is font family. It is over here, that is LST font underscore selected index change event. So the first task is, whenever the user select the value from the list box control, it is to be displayed within the text box control. So first statement I have written is txt font dot text is equal to lst font dot selected item dot toString. Over here txt font is the name of the text box, and we have used its text property. After that I have written lst font dot selected item, means the item that is selected from the list box control. I have converted that item into string, and after that it is assigned to the text property of the text box control. Now the second task that we need to do is we need to change the font of the label control, that is this one. So it is done with the help of LBL sample is the name of the label control, and I have used font property. Over here we need to consider one important thing, that is we have to use font class of .NET framework. Without it we will not able to change the font property of the label control. So for that I have used new, that is obviously it will create an object, and along with that I have written font, that is the name of the class. And while creating the object I have specified what changes I want. But as I have selected the value from the first list box and it is of font family, so I only want to change font family and I don't want to change font size and font style. So whenever the object of font is created, it allows three parameters, that is first is font family, second is font size, and third is font style. So I only want to change font family. So for that I will take value from the text box control within which we have already assigned the value. So I have written over here that is txt font.text. So the font family will be changed and remaining two arguments will be as it is, that is lbl sample dot font dot size, means the size will remain as it is, and the third parameter is lbl sample dot font dot style, means style will also remain as it is. So with the help of this statement it will create an object of the font class and it will assign that object to the font property of lbl sample label. So by doing so, font family of this text that is specified within the label control will be changed. Now the second list box control is of font style. So let's see that, it's over here. Again I have used selected index change event of lst style list box. First task which we need to do is same which we have done for the previous event, that is we have assigned selected item from the list box, that is lst style, converted that value into the string, and I have assigned that value to the text box control, and over here the text box control that is used is txt style and the text property is used for it. After that, as we need to change the style of the font, that is it can be bold, italic, regular, underlined or strikeout. So I will use select case, and within select case I will use value from the text box control, that is txt style.text. Now I have specified different cases, that is if the case is bold, over here I have specified bold in double quotation because it will be of string type in text box control. So again over here we need to create the object of the font class, but in this creation of an object only the style will be changed, remaining two parameters, that is font family and font size, will remain as it is. So I have created the object of font class, that is new font, and within that first argument will be font family, and as the value has to remain as it is, so I have written lbl sample dot font family, means the font family will be as it is, which is already present in the label control, comma, then it is a second argument, that is size, again it will remain as it is, so again I have specified lbl sample dot font dot size, means size will also be the same as it is already present in the label control. But over here I have changed the style, and to change the style I have used enumeration, that is font style dot bold. Over here with the help of this enumeration the bold effect will be given to the text that is present in the label control. So with the help of this statement the font object is created and that font object is assigned to the font property of lbl sample label. Likewise, another four cases are written, that is one for italic, regular, underline and strikeout. And as you are able to see over here that remaining code is as it is, only the change is over here, that is the enumeration which we have used to change the font style, that is font style dot italic, font style dot regular, font style dot underline and font style dot strikeout. And by the end it is written and select. So this is the code which I have written in selected index change event of lst style list box control, so that the style will be changed within this label control. Now the third list box control is of size. So it's over here, and it is also very simple because only the size is to be changed and the font family and font style will remain as it is. So over here, this is the selected index change of LST size list box control. So the first task which we have already done in previous two events, that is, we will take the selected value, selected item from the LST size list box control, convert it into the string, and the value is assigned to the text property of txt size text box control. So the size will be displayed within the text box control. After that, again the same thing, we will create the object of font class, and within that we have to specify three parameters. First is font family, which will remain as it is. So I have specified lblsample.font.font family. Now the second argument will be changed because it is of size, and the size is taken from the text box control. But as we know that the value that is present within the text box control is of string data type and the size is of single data type, so we need to convert that value, and for the conversion I have used csng function. This csng conversion function will convert the text or the string value which is present in the text box control into the single data type. And the third argument is font style, as it is to be same as previous one, so I have written lblsample.font.style. Again, with the help of this statement, the font object will be created and the value will be assigned to the font property of lblsample label control. So these were the three events, that is selected index change event of all the three list box control. Now another important thing which we need to consider over here is that whenever the form is loaded for the first time, at that time the value within this text box control must be Arial, bold and 8, means the first values within the list box control, and that effect is also to be given to the label control. So for that purpose, on the load event of the form, I have written lstFont.selectedIndex is equal to 0. Here selected index property is used to specify that which value is to be selected, and I have specified 0, which is the index of the first value which is present in the items collection of the LST font. After that, again we need to specify the same thing for the size list box, that is LST size dot selected index is equal to 0, and the same thing is specified for LST style, that is LST style dot selected index is equal to 0. So within all the three list box control, the first value within the items collection of the list box control will be selected, and the value will be displayed in this text box control, and its effect will also be seen in this label control. So this was the code which will simulate font dialog box. Now let's execute the application and see how the simulation has been done. So see over here, this is our font dialog box. As we have specified on the load event of the form, that the first values within the list box is to be selected. So see, Arial, bold and 8 is selected. Its value is also displayed within the text box control, and the effect is also seen over here within the label control. Now let's change the font family to Verdana, and see over here you are able to see the effect within the text on the text of the label control, and over here within text box the value has been changed from Arial to Verdana. Now let's change the font size to 30. See over here you are able to see the effect. Here I am making it 20, so it's the size that is 20. Now let's give effect as strikeout. So see, it has been cancel it off, then underline, regular, italic, bold. See over here Times New Roman, then Comic Sans MS, and 24 font size, 8, and let's give it again to Arial. So this is all about the font dialog box simulation example. If the tutorial is helpful to you, please like and share the video. Also subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss the update. If you are an Instagram user, you can also follow me on Instagram, because I also upload my tutorials on Instagram as an IGTV videos, and the handle to my Instagram is present in the description box. So thank you friends.